It's all going to be where the upper end of the SMF teeny line is. Right there is where that price action starts to get weak. And it's done on a ratio-based program that the SMF platform will generate for you in real time. And throughout the week, if we start to fall below half of that 10,736, because we had a big move up on a bullish move. But last week, this high here, you'll notice over here in our info panel, which is coded for you, is that the high was 10,948. And we had talked about the open, the high, but then look at below and then look at the close. So basically, when we look at 1038, 10,838 being half of that last rally bar right here, that's this bar here, 10,830. And we closed below it. We closed below it. The Dow is currently, I'm going to put the Dow closing bell up there, and I'm going to show you how accurate it is in directional movement. The closing print was 10.8 right there. Plus we have it down here, and I'm just making sure they match, and they do. They round them off. You were up 41 points, so the data does match. So we know that this price is true and correct from another different public platform per se. So basically what I am going to show you is when we diminish in price and closing below it, and it becomes new resistance at the teeny lines, meaning that the teeny highs are getting lower in the system and breaking below half of that Dow bar, which is that number that I shared with you. 1030, well, half of this bar right here on the top side is 10,338. Okay, and the 10-week moving average in here in our system, it's the way it prices it because it's not your normal standard platform. 10,499, and in our system on the 20-week, which is coded to our system, in our pricing mechanism is 10,323. The thing about it is that when the MMTs have been trained, the power of using the ratio between weekly moving averages, monthly moving averages, daily and 3-minute. And they work and they're 100% accurate because part of the SMF trend analyzer builds in mathematical ratios that are actually pinpointed to a trend. Whether that trend is strong, whether that trend is medium and or weak. Weak would mean where things are starting to fall in price, and the mathematical equations will clearly pinpoint that weak, medium trend as it's setting up. If we hold half of the bar on the other hand, and we get back up above it, and we can't close below it, then we break higher to the top. Because the top is over here of the yearly intraday high, and we can still go that way. Just remember, we could go down this way as we were in all of the trades, and we can get double bottom price action, and there's nothing that says that we can't go back up there either, because they happen both ways. Everything does, except this is a weekly chart. So MMTs, let's get down to the basics about the trend. 10,736 below at resistance, we have turned. Cannot close above it. We have to close below it. The current most recent one is a rapid decline below 1038, which is half of the last peaking at resistance bar here on the Dow. Now, if that in the shorter term becomes that resistance level and it doesn't go out, well, then we're going to come down, and the likeliness of breaking that half bar and closing below it is very highly likely. If the weekly moving averages that provided the rally